Welcome to our tutorial showcasing the new features in ESC version 13. This version primarily focuses on changes to the mobile clients, so let's begin by looking at them. This version includes some substantial changes to the flow of the software, as well as a bunch of new features, so let's revisit the way your technicians would handle a basic dispatch. You would start by locating the icon on your desktop, tapping it to start it, and then selecting Dispatches. The dispatches will be sorted by promise date and time, so you'll generally want to tap the first one to view it. Once in the dispatch, change the status to traveling as you leave for the job. You'll eventually repeat this process when you arrive by setting the status to working. Now at this point, you determine the cause of the issue. This is where the new features first appear. Version 13 allows you to present your recommendations to the customer and get their authorization to fix it. To do this, go to Create Invoice and enter the cause of the problem and the parts and repairs needed to fix it. As you do this, you'll notice that the inventory search screen has been drastically simplified. Just type in what you're looking for and ESC will find everything that matches it. You can even enter in parts of words that may not be next to each other in order to find the parts, billing codes, or history codes you want. At this point you can see I'm looking for a 4 microfarad capacitor, and it actually finds these items even though those words aren't all together. When you find what you're looking for, tap it, and here you can change the price, the quantity, the description, anything you like, and then save the item. If you know the exact part number, you can even enter it here and bypass the search screen completely. Now I'm going to replace the standard description and take advantage of the speech-to-text option. This makes it extremely simple to tell the customer exactly what needs to be done without a lot of typing. To make finding the parts you need even easier, we have also implemented the ability to scan barcodes. To do this, just select Scan Barcodes and use the camera on your device to capture the barcode on the part or in your price book. ESC can now read and print both standard barcodes and the newer QR codes, which may be easier for your camera to read. Tap Done when you're finished scanning and you're ready to get the customer's authorization to perform the work. To do this, tap Authorization. This will display the legal wording you want the customer to see along with all the items you entered. The customer or technician can then use the check boxes to select or deselect specific line items to pick exactly what they want done. Capture the customer's signature to authorize the work and lock the invoice. Tap back to return to the dispatch. Most of the other options on this screen have not been significantly altered. So at this point, you can still add notes, update equipment, view history and service agreements, and even add pictures just like you used to. When the work is finished, change the status one more time. This time, select the status of complete and adjust the time if necessary. Tap OK to save that and display the review screen where we can accept a payment and complete the dispatch. Tap the payment area and enter the payment method. In this case, we're going to select a check, so we'll need to enter the check number before we can continue. After the payment has been entered, tap the back button to return to the review screen. Now tap the acceptance area so that you can review the invoice with the customer before capturing their signature again to prove that the work was done to their satisfaction. Have the customer sign and tap Accept. Then tap the back button to return to the review screen. Tap Finish to complete the dispatch and bring up the options for getting a copy of the invoice to the customer. These options include the standard email as available in version 12, as well as the ability to view and create a PDF version of the invoice that can be sent to another program to be printed. This is not directly controlled by ESC, but see the accompanying documents for more details on how to set this up. As you can see in this instance, we're actually going to be sending this to a program called Printer Share to do the printing for us. This program will allow you to print to a large variety of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or USB printers and is available on the Google Play Store for a reasonable one-time fee. Desco does not sell or support this software, so if you'd rather use a different program for printing, go for it. As long as it can accept a PDF print request from another software package, it should work well with ESC Mobile. Version 13 includes the ability to see previous quotes and create new ones without leaving the dispatch. To do this, open the dispatch and select View Quotes. This will show pending quotes for the customer. Tap on one to see more details. If the customer is ready to move forward with a quote, edit it so that you can capture their signature, accept a deposit, and email them a copy. Before we do that, however, we will first need to review the quote with the customer by tapping the Customer Authorization section. If the customer likes what they see, tap to capture their signature. For the purpose of this demo, let's assume that after looking at this quote, the customer has something different in mind. So instead of saving the existing quote, we'll tap back and create a new one instead. This is ideal for salespeople and can even be used by technicians in conjunction with invoicing, so you can bill a customer for work performed today and quote them for something different in the future. This is accomplished by viewing quotes and then tapping Add Quote. Just like the new invoicing screen, you can build a quote by entering items manually or by scanning barcodes. You have already seen how that is done, so I'll jump ahead to the next step. After entering the parts, tap the Authorization section to show it to the customer. On this screen, the customer or technician can approve or reject individual line items by tapping the checkbox next to each. This will adjust the price accordingly. Get their signature to approve the quote. After you save the quote, it will automatically be sent to ESC, where the status will be changed to accepted and will be added to the new Quotes to be Scheduled section on the ESC dashboard. This will help you make sure the quote gets turned into a dispatch and assigned to a technician later on. If you are using ESC accounting or integrating with QuickBooks, this version of ESC also allows you to accept prepayments for quotes, so you can collect a deposit when the customer accepts it. This prepayment will be associated with the quote, so later on when you create a dispatch and an invoice from it, the prepayment will be applied to it automatically. This gets the customer to commit and allows you to deposit the money immediately for work that will be performed later on, all while streamlining your procedures. Email the quote to the customer when you're done, and then you can complete the dispatch and even invoice for the work performed today if necessary. We have also added notifications to the mobile software, so when a dispatch is assigned to a technician, their device can be set to vibrate or play a specific tone to let them know to look at it. Tap the notification to launch the app and get more details. And to wrap up the changes, there is now a Recent Dispatches section where you can recall dispatches you completed on the mobile, view basic information, and even reprint invoices. The changes in the ESC program itself mainly flow from the mobile, such as the Quotes to be Scheduled section on the dashboard, the simple inventory searches, and taking prepayments on quotes. Additional changes are made to the ESC accounting integration to allow invoices to be modified after being paid and to make setting up payroll easier. A host of smaller changes are scattered throughout the system that make certain areas look and function better, but none of these have a significant effect on your day-to-day operation of the software. We hope this gives you a good idea of what changed in ESC and how it can benefit you. Thank you very much for watching.